Hello, welcome to a course in econometrics, and my name is Dr. Mark Berkey. I'm an associate professor of economics at North Carolina A&T State University in Greensboro, North Carolina. And this course is going to be a course in econometrics geared at the undergraduate level, where I'm going to focus more on intuition, understanding, making sure you understand what you're doing and why, much more than the mathematics. However, it's impossible to have a course in econometrics that doesn't have a lot of math, but I'm going to try to keep it as simple as I possibly can and explain things every step of the way. And so, in this first introductory lecture, I just want to go through some preliminaries about what this course is going to be like and some things that you need to know before you start trying to learn econometrics. Basically, what I'm going to do is follow along as I'm teaching my university level course. And in that course, I use a book called Using Econometrics, and that's by A.H. Studenmund, 5th edition. Now, I think it'll be good for you to have a reference book of some kind, either a Shalm's outline, or perhaps you can find some things on the internet. And sometimes I'll refer to the book, but for the most part, I'm going to try to make this a self-contained presentation. But as I said, it's good to have several sources to get your information from. Otherwise, some of the things I do might come as a shock or might seem like they're coming out of left field. But I'll try to do as good a job as I can to make everything straightforward, coherent, and standalone. But there are some things that you need to know before you get started, and some of these preliminaries are you really have to really understand the equation of a line, because we're going to be using linear equations quite a bit in this class. We will also use some other types of equations, such as polynomials with x squared and x cubed, and the more comfortable you are with those, the better off you will be. Also, we will use other mathematics like natural logarithms quite a bit, so it'd be good for you to go ahead and review natural logarithms before you start this course. Also, we'll be using basic algebra quite a bit, and another couple of issues. Basically, econometrics for the most part is a statistics class, although it combines a lot of different information. It combines mathematical modeling, it combines statistics, a lot of basic statistics such as means, medians, modes, normal distributions, z-scores, correlation and covariance. So a lot of those things that you'll see in an introductory level statistics class, plus a lot of information from inferential statistics, such as hypothesis testing, t-statistics, p-values, chi-square distributions, and f-distributions. We'll be using those quite a bit. And so I recommend that if you're a little rusty on those topics, that you study those, because I will assume that you've been exposed to these ideas in my lectures. I'll review some of these issues briefly, but I won't be able to cover them exhaustively. So in this econometrics class, we're going to learn how to model relationships between variables. For example, we might want to explain, why do some people make more money than others? And so the basic idea is we would want to collect data on a lot of people, and we'd need their incomes, but also we'll need to know other data about those people. What is their educational background? How many years of experience do they have? Are they male or female? Perhaps we'd be interested to see if there is discrimination, so maybe race is a factor in someone's income. And so econometrics is the process of using a tool called regression, which helps us look at explaining a variable like income with other data and try to figure out what those relationships are. What is the relationship between education and income, for example? Now, lastly, we're going to be using software. And so in each series of videos, I'll have many individual lectures that are capped at about 10 minutes each due to YouTube and YouTube's limitations. And so what I'll try to do is take you through a topic with some vocabulary and some math to give you an understanding of graphs, math, and what things mean. And then I am always going to have an additional lecture or two where I take real data and analyze it. And to make sure you know how to analyze the data, I'm going to get you to do it along with me. And I'm going to be using a software package called R, simply R. And this is the logo for R. Now, R is free, so you don't have to buy anything. And I'm going to show you right now how to download R so you can go ahead and do it and get it installed on your computer so you'll be ready to go whenever we start using R. Just a little bit of background information. R is a free open source version of a program called S or S+. And so even though R is free, it's very powerful. I love it. I use it in my research quite a bit instead of very expensive programs that can cost hundreds or thousands of dollars. I really like R. It's not great at analyzing huge data sets, say in the many megabytes of data. But the data we're going to be using in this class isn't going to be that large most of the time. So let me show you how to get R. And in order to get R, the easiest thing, I'm going to go to my web browser here. The easiest way to get R, I'm going to resize this to make sure that you can see everything that we're doing, is to go into Google or your favorite search engine and do a search for R project. And you see it comes up here, R project for statistical computing. And you want to go to r-project.org. So I'm just going to select that link. As I said, this is totally free, no spyware, no spam. If you want to learn more about R, there's a lot of helpful information along the left-hand side here. Also, there are free manuals and other detailed information here. If you want to learn more about how to use R, click on manuals right there. However, to download it, under Download Packages, CRAN, click the CRAN link. And it's being a little slow today. Here we go. And then select a download mirror close to you. I'm in the United States, and I'm just going to click one of these California ones. They seem to be pretty fast servers most of the time. And once that mirror comes up, you can download the version for your computer, either Linux, Mac OS, or Windows. And if you had Windows, click Windows, Base, and you can download R 2.10.1 for Windows or whatever operating system that you have. And after you download it, you can save it to your computer and install it. And I'll assume that you know how to install it. And after you install it, you'll be ready. Just find your under Start menu or whatever computer you have, the method to open R. And after our first series of lectures, you can open up R and analyze data along with me. So I look forward to seeing you again in the course.